Hello again. This is just a continuation on this prior video that I did on the Hebrews and Exodus story. And the last thing I mentioned in that audio diary was that nothing is by accident. And I think that the whole account was something that was planned, and at any cost. And that if something is done by plan, it's something that's thought out, and they want an outcome. And the outcome that they wanted, you look at what the outcome was. The outcome was to acquire the land of Canaan, and at any cost. Let's fast forward now in Nazi Germany. And what happened in Nazi Germany, he had a man named Hitler, and he just came out of nowhere. He's from Austria. He so quickly got a lot of power and authority, but he came out from nowhere. He wasn't from a wealthy family or anything like that. He even gets arrested, put in prison, and it said that he wrote the book Mein Kampf while in prison. And what was the outcome of Nazi Germany? Well, you had now who are called the Jewish people living in Germany and other parts of Europe. And in Germany and Nazi-occupied Europe, the Jews were taken and put into concentration camps. And many of them were killed in gas chambers. Some were shot. Many of them died from dysentery, etc. They also were used in the production of spacecrafts. That was interesting. But either way, the outcome of World War II with the Holocaust was that the Jewish people got the land of now what's called Israel. So you have two stories, two major incidences, major historical events. One of slavery in Egypt, and the people were eventually got their freedom with the help of Jehovah, and that they acquired the land what's known as Canaan. And then they lost their domain in the land of Canaan some centuries later. They lost it they were in exile, and then they were brought back to Mesopotamia, and then they were exiled again from the Romans. And they didn't have a nation for close to 2,000 years, but they lived in all parts of the world. And then World War II happens, the Holocaust happens, Nazi Germany happens. And even amongst the rabbis during Nazi-occupied Europe, the rabbis told the people not to leave and to stay where they are. And that they even said, don't come to the U.S. because it's an evil place, and etc., etc. And as a result, many of these Jewish people perished, and they could have been saved. Many of them could have been saved. And then, of course, you had people who wanted to leave, and they were on a boat, and it even arrived to, the U.S., and they were turned back. And those people that had to return, they were killed. So it's like, a senseless loss of life. And all this drama. And then you have after the war that they were able to get a nation overnight. So I'm wondering, again, whether the forces at large who was responsible for the Hebrews' enslavement in Egypt, the same forces behind the Holocaust of Europe and the Jews, and then their attainment of what's now called Israel. So the common denominator is that you have a struggle, loss of human life, and then the land of Israel. So this land of Israel is very important to someone, and that it's so valuable to them at any cost, and even the lives of the Hebrews and the Jews. This is very profound. So this is just, my thoughts in analyzing the Bible and what it really means. Take care again.